But the way the fireworks need to like move up one space or diagonal one space when you trigger the secondary explosion is pretty cool thematically. Hey everyone, this is Thecos, and today I'm bringing you my playthrough and review of Grand Finale by Silent Owl Games. You might know that name because I've already played and reviewed their games on the channel, Thrash and Arbotech, and this is now the third game. A huge thank you to Silent Owl Games for providing me with a review copy. Alright, so what do we do in this game? In this game we are trying to host the biggest and best fireworks show there is. And I will show you how that works. So what we have is we have 3 of these mission cards, so to speak, right? We will just choose one of those, and then we will each mission card has 4 different missions here that we need to complete, like tasks. And I will just take the top one here because that one is the easiest to explain. I'll just put that here and explain to you in a moment what we do, and the others we can just remove. All right. And then we take all of the other cards are firework cards. We just take them and we just shuffle them. And then we place them face up to the side as a draw pile. I think, oops, that should be just fine. And then we place them face up, with the green, red, and blue sides, just here, face up. And the last thing we need to do in order for our setup to be complete is take 3 cards. And what we will do, we will be building a 3x3 grid, right? And what we do is we take 3 cards that we need 1 card per row and 1 per column, right? So I don't know, I could just place it like this, and maybe just like this, right? Let me just do it like this, and we should have enough room. So it's going to be a 3x3 grid, right? These are our starting cards, and then we take 3 further cards and we put them in the bottom row like this in order to load them, right? These are the fireworks that we can use. We can space them a little bit further apart because we have the room. All right, there we go. That is the setup of Grand Finale. I hope that the logo isn't too annoying here in the background. Okay, so and what we are now doing is we always take one of these cards from the bottom here, of these 3 loaded fireworks, and we put them anywhere in the grid. But we are not able to put the same color next to each other, and we are also not allowed to put the same number next to each other. So you see these 2 beside each other wouldn't work because both blue, and also these 2 beside each other wouldn't work because both 4, right? So this one I could only play here and maybe there because diagonal matches are okay. So that is one rule. We are also allowed to place a firework on another firework. But as long as we have not all 9 cards filled, the entire grid filled, we need to then do the secondary explosion. And that means that we must move the card either up or diagonally up to an open space and trigger the secondary explosion. So it will then be orange, a different color, right? Not only that, but also the number will decrease. Right? When we have filled all the cards in the grid, then we may place cards on top of each other, and we may trigger the secondary explosion if we want to, and we also may move it up or diagonally up. During the game, it will become more apparent how that works. And that is pretty much how the entire game works. We play until all cards here in the deck and down here are placed. We have 15 cards, so all 15 cards need to be placed here, and we need to fulfill our victory condition here. And I've chosen victory condition number 1. That means that we go from bottom to top, and in each column the fireworks must increase in size, right? So a 3 at the bottom and a 5 at the top is not too bad for a start, right? We want 3, 4, 5 or 2, 4, 6, whatever, right? That is our goal. There are of course other tasks, and they become increasingly more difficult. So that is the easiest one that I just want to show you so you kind of see how this game works. So I think this is the easiest way to show you that. All right, so let's start. We want, of course, higher numbers at the top, right? But we can also place other numbers later on. But that means that we want the 6s at the top, but I couldn't put the 6 up here because 2 reds, right? That doesn't work. And also here I cannot put the blue because 2 blues, right? But what I can do is maybe put the 6 up here and then maybe have a green one there if I can find one. Let's see. And then we draw a new card and load it down here. And that is like how the flow of the game works. So you see, it's like pretty quick and pretty simple. So same here. The 2, I cannot put it here. I want to put it at the bottom, right? But I can't put it here because it's 2 reds. So I will put it here for now, and then see what happens. All right. So we have a lot of blues here. I cannot put the blue 2 here because there would be 2 2s right next to each other. That wouldn't work. I also cannot put the 4 here. What I can do, I can put the 4 here on top of the red one, but then I have to trigger the secondary explosion. Then it's a 3, and I have to move it up to an open space. And that works, because now the 3, there are no other 3s, and orange is a different color than red and blue. So that is fine. A green 5. I would like to have that here, but that wouldn't work. And the 5 here I couldn't put either, because there's then 2 5s here and 2 greens here. So, I also cannot put it here and then trigger the secondary explosion, because then we would have like a 4 up there. So I cannot really do anything with that. I need to get rid of that 2 somehow. How can I do that? I'm not 100% sure yet, to be honest. Let me see if there's anything I can do. There's one thing I can maybe do. I can take the 6 here, place it up here, but then I have to trigger the secondary explosion and put it up here. So 3, 5, 6, that's fine. 2, 3, 5, that's also fine. And we have no of the same numbers beside each other. No, there's always something I have to check, because it's kind of hard to like have that in mind. So the 6 I cannot put up there either. The blue 2 also, well, kind of tough. I can put the blue 2 on here. No, I can't, because I would have to then trigger the secondary explosion and move it up to an open space, but there is no open space. Can I put a card here and then up there? The 5 wouldn't work, because that would be turned into a 4, and then would be 2 4s here. That's impossible. And the 6 here wouldn't work either, because of 2 5s. So that is kind of tough. I'm not sure if we can actually do anything here, because I'm not able to place like a card on top of another one unless I'm able to trigger the secondary explosion and move it up to an open space. But I cannot do that currently. You know what? I would have to do something. So I will just place the 2 up here and then trigger the secondary explosion. So it's a 1 up there. I need a higher number, but I will deal with that later. I just need to get like more cards down here. That is important, right? Otherwise I cannot do anything here. The most important thing is that I fill that grid here. As soon as that is filled, I have it easier, right? So that is important, but I cannot put any of these 3 cards down here, because these are all like the same colors here. So I'm not able to fill the grid here. So I need to place them somewhere else. I could put these... No, I can actually not do that. I think I'm not able to do anything anymore, because I would have to put something here, and I can't. And I can't put it on top of another card, because I can't move it up or diagonally up to an open space. So I think this is already where we lost. And that is just because of bad card draws. I mean, we only drew like green and red cards, right? Almost. And that was like just almost impossible to win, right? So you know what we do? Let's just quickly start another game. All right. I have just started another round. Just set up the game again. I just shuffled all the cards, and I have another setup here. So let's try to now come a little bit further into the game. So let's see. Now you know how the game works, so we can just continue. The 2 here I cannot play there, but I could play it there. But if I play the red one here, then I cannot play any other colors here, right? So that might not be the best idea, in fact. I could, let me see, I could put like a blue 5 here. To make it easier, I could also put the blue 5 here, and then trigger the secondary explosion, put an orange there. So I can like put blue here and green, red, and pretty much everything. I think that's good idea, because I already have a red one here that I will probably then place right here. So the numbers are all fine, the colors as well. Alright, so we have a little issue here, but I think we can remedy that. I have an idea. I think I will place... Oh no, I can't do that. The red 2, I would like to place here, but I can't do that. I will have to place it here. So there is no other way. Let me place the green 3 here for now. That might be an idea. And then I will place the green 6 here and trigger the secondary explosion. Like this. So you see, we still are not, we don't have the right numbers here yet, but we are at least getting places. Although it's definitely not perfect. I need a red one in here. The 2 doesn't work, but the 6 would work. It's not what we need up there, but it's at least something. That is something that I could do. Let me just 4, 3. Yeah, we can do that. Let me put that there. That works, yeah. And then the 4 I will put here and trigger the secondary explosion because the 3 is fine. So now we have our grid filled. That was important. And now we still have 6 cards left, 3 here and 3 will come there. And now we just need to place cards on top of each other. Now we can place cards on top of each other and we may trigger the secondary explosion, but we don't have to. And also we may then move the card up or diagonally up, but we don't have to. So we're a lot more free now. So like just filling the grid at the beginning, that's the hard part. And now it's a little bit easier. It will still be kind of tough, but it will be easier at least. So what I might do is I will put the 2 here and trigger the secondary explosion. That means we have a 1. So 2, 3, 5, that's fine. 1, 2, 4 is fine. 3, 5, 3 isn't. So we need a high number there. I could just put the blue one there. That's fine. But we need to place like all the cards. So let me place the green 5. I can't put that there. Where can I put the green 5? I could put it up here. Let me do that. Like this. The blue 3, I am not able to put anywhere. I will put it here and then trigger the secondary explosion. 2, 3, 5, that's fine. And these are our last 3 cards. Let me see. So we need a high number. I want to put the blue there later on. I'll do that at the end. The 4 here. What about that one? The 4 I can place here and then trigger the explode. Oh no, 2 silver. That wouldn't work. The 4. Can I put that here and trigger the explosion? I can. Like this. And then I can put the blue 6 up here and the red 4 there. So we don't have any of the same numbers right next to each other, right? No. And we don't have any of the same colors next to each other. Exactly. And we have fulfilled our goal to go in each column from a low to high number. So 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 4, 3, 4, 6. So we managed to win the game, but you see like the first one we lost pretty much like almost immediately, right? So that is how you play Grand Finale by Silent Isle Games. But how do I like the game? Well, let me tell you. As usual, let's first take a look at the outer appearance. Like all games by Silent Isle Games, the cards have a good quality. Although the game is really portable, and the wallet has a really nice quality as well. So very well done, portability and materials, really good. The graphics are rather functional. I wouldn't call them anything to write home about, but they're not bad. So they're fine. What about the gameplay? Well, let me say a few things here as well. In general, this is a pretty interesting idea with a simple premise. Put all cards in a 3x3 grid, but beware of the card placement. You do this to fulfill specific goals that range from simple to more difficult. And you can mitigate this all a bit by turning over cards, but not as freely as you would like. As you could see, at least not for the first 9 cards you place. So far, so good. This is a unique concept that is quite fun when it works. But this is where the issue lies, in my opinion. It doesn't always work, which is because of the luck of the draw that is quite high. You saw that in our first try. Maybe there was a way to win, but I wasn't able to do that. Because you have so many limitations for playing cards, having no adjacent colors or numbers that are the same, and the need to place the first 9 cards in that 3x3 grid exactly. If you're unlucky with the luck of the draw, it is possible to not be able to win the game. Yeah, the game only takes 5 to 10 minutes. So it's quick to set up again, so that's fine. But still, it can be a little bit frustrating in my opinion if you can't win from the start. But the way the fireworks need to move up 1 space or diagonal 1 space when you trigger the secondary explosion is pretty cool thematically. This was a cool idea to play with the theme of the game, so that really works. Unfortunately, the rule book also isn't very great. Some of the rules seem a little bit out of order, and I had to read the rules several times in order to understand them. Honestly, I'm still not 100% sure I got them all right, although I have played the game quite a few times for this review. All in all, this is a game with an interesting puzzle that is based on a cool premise. And it's also quite thematic with the movement of the secondary explosions. And if the luck of the draw is in your favor, it's quite fun to figure out this puzzle. Unfortunately, this doesn't always work as well as I would like to, since a bad draw can really mess up your plans. Luckily, the game is quite short and very quick to set up, so you can just try again. It just takes 5 or 10 minutes max, so that is okay. Were the game longer, this would be a much bigger issue. This way, I guess it's okay. Alright, and that concludes my playthrough and review of Grand Finale by Silent Isle Games. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. I want to thank all of you for your support. I'm very, very thankful for each single one of you. I want to give a big shout out to my generous Patreon supporters, and the biggest thanks go out to Thecos, who is the most generous supporter at the highest tier. Thank you so much for that. You can support me in numerous ways by watching my videos, by liking them, commenting below them, subscribing to my channel if you like my content enough, which would be amazing and make my day. You can also support me on Patreon, and you can join my Discord server to hang out with me and my truly amazing community. Alright, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the very next video. Take care everyone, stay safe, and cheers.